Hello and thank you so much for joining us on this week's episode of the program. It's Lens on Maritime, where we'll bring to you all the happenings in the maritime sector. My name is Brownson, Unwana, your host, and I must tell you that the program is well loaded for your viewing pleasure this week. Now, the program this week will be looking at what Convention on Business Integrity in collaboration with Maritime Anti-Corruption Network is doing to fight corruption in the corridors of the port. And also come twice also in the news. Of course, there will be a lot of talks about extortion in the port corridor. We're giving you updates on that as well on the program. Now, NAGAF election draws closer, and of course, stakeholders talking about participants in the elections are expressing so much confidence in the NECOM to deliver credible elections. But first, let's take a very quick break. We'll come back, we'll give you all the details. Don't go away.
At International Supply Chain Systems Limited, ISCS, we provide our clients with customized import-export services to meet their unique needs.
We understand that timeliness is key to saving from damage.
That's why we have a team of professionals to assist you with proper paperwork for efficient customs clearing.
Our services include cargo clearing and consolidation shipping, cargo warehousing and storage, general import and consultancy.
Come talk to us today at 7A Ibikunle Akintoye Street, Apapa, Lagos. You can call us on 081 6227 1120, 081 2763 3510, or you can send us an email info@iscslimited.com. For more information, visit our website www.iscslimited.com. ISCS, more than logistics.
Welcome back. Now, the maritime sector, like we always say on this program, it's always very busy. I mean, if maritime is the gateway to the nation's economy, there shouldn't be any reason why it should go to bed. Now, let's give you all the stories we are tracking at this time. Enjoy it.
The president of Council of Maritime Transport Unions and Association, COMTUA, Comrade Adenka Royowo, says truck owners have gone out of business due to the high rate of extortion at the port corridor, and forceful collection of unreceived money from non-state actors, also known as area boys. In an event organized by CBI and Maritime Anti-Corruption Network team addressing the corruption issue at Nigeria's port corridor, says extortion from state actors, which include Nigerian Police Force, Lagos State Traffic Management Officers, LASMA, Nigerian Port Authority, NPA, and non-state actors, which include Road Transport Workers Union, Maritime Workers Union of Nigeria, among others.
We are no longer in business. Foreigners are taking over all the facets of this business. Are we talking transportation? Can you mention the number of trucks that this foreign company, what do you call it, Medlock does? I've seen 405 of their trucks. 405. And the person with one, with two, is still the victim of last time. Is still the victim of road safety. The facilities that this foreign company has, no indigenous company can ever have it. Maybe you don't know, let me tell you today. All these foreign operations of the Nigerian customs on the road, they can never stop any of these foreign trucks for additional check. They don't. It is rather our own trucks that are impounded for infraction.
Representative of Association of Maritime Truck Owners, Amato Sani Bello, in his presentation, called on the government to collapse all checking points by security personnel and non-state actors within the port corridors if corruption must end.
At the top, decide to see the illegalities in our port corridor as a disservice and sabotage of our national economy. The end to extortion and multiple checkpoints will continue to defy and elude any pragmatic solution. 3, collaboration by stakeholders in order to support the efforts of the port standing tax team towards liberation of the court corridor from multiple checkpoints and activities of extortion bandits, undermining the import and export economy of Nigeria, and also killing the holy sector of the maritime industry.
Representative of Maritime Anti-Corruption Network, Olosoji Apampa, says the organization is committed to ending corruption in the maritime space with the cooperation of all stakeholders.
By the depth of things that were happening. So this is only our second meeting, and the purpose of today's meeting is solution. So I think we're not amiss yet. So the first time we heard about the challenges, today we're trying to now fashion the solutions and be able to leave here with concrete ideas of what we're going to do when we leave here. So I want to reassure you, sir, that we're on the same page as you.
Maritime Workers Union, Mahone, within the week, shut down APMT terminals at Apapa over issues of poor remuneration of workers at the facility. Top executive of the union, led by President General Mahone Comrade Adewale Adeyanju, and other members of the dock workers branch were in front of entry points of the terminal. They insisted that the management of APM terminal are taking Nigerian laborers for a ride, hence the need for the demonstration. As the election into the various executive chapter of the National Association of Government-Approved Freight Forwarders (NAGAF) draw closer, candidates vying for different positions have expressed confidence in the NECOM to deliver credible elections. The candidates who took turns to be screened by the Electoral Committee says the NECOM team led by Engineer Chukwunonso Ejikeme have raised the bar when it comes to organizing an election for the association.
The man in question, Engineer Nonso, is showing his credibility, he's a man of his words, and I can see that he has been doing all he said he would do. He promised us, and God willing, he kept to his promise.
It's not really easy to get people come early and conduct a very reasonable election interview with them, and they make you feel comfortable when you come in there. They are not making you feel tense. They are friendly. They're really doing perfectly good. If there's another word I can use, they are doing well.
So far, the NECOM have been doing a very good job. In fact, they are doing even more than what we expected them to do. Right from the process of the screening, paying the payment of annual subscription, everything has been going on fine. And we are still expecting them to do more. Because to whom much is given, much is definitely expected from him.
Some candidates expressed concerns over voters' eligibility. These candidates want the NECOM to use the CRFFN portal to screen voters, as he says this will curb electoral malpractices.
Main area I would like the NECOM to throw more light, in fact to take more seriously, is the area of confirming the eligibility of the voters through the CRFFN portal, using the CRFFN portal as the basics, not by mere presentation of their update receipt and registration. No, they should do more, go beyond that, and use the CRFFN portal to actually authenticate the eligibility of the voters.
The credibility which our founder have put in place as a result of the electoral, you have to reform the electoral commission, and we are happy for the new chairman that's coming on board. It's a welcome development.
They are doing a great job. The interviews were very, very fantastic. They are not being biased. They are being straightforward people, and we are hoping to see a good election as this.
I rate them perfect. They are doing a great job.
On their part, the NECOM assures all candidates that the electoral guidelines will be strictly adhered to.
One thing where people must know, before you become an executive member of NAGAF in the chapter level, at least you must have undergone some training. maybe first of all, we have academy here, Nagaf Academy, where we train freight forwarders. If any person has undergone the training, or maybe has a qualification in freight forwarding up to the standard of what we give here, that is the most important thing. You are there. Then we can now look at you being a member of the council, the council for the regulation of freight forwarding in Nigeria. When you have your meet up with the standard, the requirements, including the annual subscription, the payment, the registration, and all that, then the NAGAF annual subscription, other required documents. If you have it, you are there. And by what I have seen so far, all the ones we have screened this morning, I think they are compliant. They have met up with our requirements.
Is ready to give an 100% credible election without any excuse or delay. The process is, we have all the process. Come with your forms to show that you're a NAGAF member, and there's ID card for it. Come with your ID card. Of course, every member of NAGAF, they must have their subscription and their NAGAF annual subscription as well being paid.
Lots of stories there making the rounds in the maritime sector. Now, also, we caught up with the president of Council of Maritime Transport Unions and Association, Comtoa. In his interview, of course, he gave us, don't forget that he visited the vice president of the country, talking about Professor Yemi Osimbaju, to relate some of the issues faced by truck owners. In this interview, he tells us even much more. All right, joining me at this segment is Mr. Adenka Aroyo, who is National President of Council of Maritime Transport Unions and Association, Comtoa. And of course, we'll be looking at some challenges that truck owners have faced or have been facing in recent times. I mean, it's no more news about the challenges. If there's anything I know about Comrade Adenka, he's been fighting the cause of truck owners, and he's gone to the authority that matters. But of course, he will give us updates of some of the moves he's been making to see how the corruption in the port corridor would end.
At International Supply Chain Systems Limited, ISCS, we provide our clients with customized import-export services to meet their unique needs.
We understand that timeliness is key to saving from damage.
That's why we have a team of professionals to assist you with proper paperwork for efficient customs clearing.
Our services include cargo clearing and consolidation shipping, cargo warehousing and storage, general import and consultancy.
Come talk to us today at 7A Ibikunle Akite Street, Apapa, Lagos. You can call us on 081-6227-1120, 081-2763-3510, or you can send us an email, info@iscslimited.com. For more information, visit our website, www.iscslimited.com. ISCS, more than logistics.
Do you want your cargo cleared as fast as possible? At Maritime Global Food Limited, we are experts in import, export, and customs brokerage. Visit us today at number 1/3 Creek Road, Apapa, Lagos, or call 080-306-35769 or 070-270-31487. You can also email us at matixglobal23@yahoo.com. Maritime Global Food Limited. Proudly Nigerian, proudly global.
Thank you so much for joining us on the program today.
Yes, thank you for having me. It's my pleasure.
Yes. Now, you see, it's no more news about the challenges of truck owners around the port corridor. But let me take you on, some weeks ago, a picture of you surfaced in social media about your visit to the vice president. What was the visit about?
Yes, thank you very much. The visit, the vice president is the chairman of the National Economic Council. Therefore, anything that affects business and affects the economy has to be discussed at his table. And he developed an intervention at a time which we call presidential tax team.
Okay.
That was an intervention to see to the ease of doing business and orderliness around the port corridors.
Okay.
The team existed for about a year, and after which the road construction was completed and other things went on. So we need to get back to him and give him a feedback on the happenings around the port corridors now.
All right. I mean, in other things discussed in the meeting, was it also inclusive of the challenges faced by truck owners? I mean, we've seen that it seems like Lagos State government is not taking it seriously, or maybe the issue beyond the port corridor is just beyond Lagos State government, especially with the non-state actors. Was the Vice President also, in the know or informed about the happenings?
Yes, we informed him about everything. We told him about everything in the industry. The role of Lagos State government, the role of state and non-state actors, the role of other agencies of government on the happenings around the port corridor, positively and negatively to business, and he has promised to look into it through the Ministry of Transportation.
All right, now let's talk about Maritime Workers Union.
Okay.
Now, for some of us, it's surprising to see that a union that is widely respected in the industry is also involved in this extortion we're talking about. Can you tell us more about it?
Well, Maritime Workers Union is a union of dock workers, seafarers, etc. They also have their transport units. They also have their transport department, which is a TDU, Truck Drivers Unit, which is affiliated to the Maritime Workers Union. The extortion activities of some persons identifying themselves as Maritime Workers Union is unacceptable to everybody. It is illegal, and we have challenged them severally. We have written to the Maritime Workers Union on this. The President General, through their lawyers, responded. They are actually collecting, they said they are collecting monies from their members, which to us is not the true situation, or is not the true picture of what is happening on the road. And we think we are going to challenge them further on that.
I mean, if they say they are collecting money from their members, how do you differentiate between their members and every other? I mean, there should be a way of identification.
There is none. That is the lacuna that the hoodlums has capitalized on to do all sorts of illegalities. And I'm sure we'll surmount them. The law enforcement agencies have been ignited to do justice on that.
All right. Now, there's this alliance between Maritime Anti-Corruption Network with all the truck owners. We've been in several meetings where discussions like this will go down. I mean, sometimes, was it February, I was at Nigerian Shippers Council, where stakeholders come to. I was also represented by one of your representatives, I think Collins, and then some other guys. MPA was there in that meeting. Representative of Lagos State government, the Ministry of Transportation were also represented. An issue around the port corridor, illegal collection from non-state governments were also discussed, and it seemed nothing happened. And we were together in an event where the alliance between the Maritime Anti-Corruption Network with your associations and all of that. Is this not just talks that we hear, and is it just one of those talks that we gather people together and talk about and no actions? What are expectations from this guy?
Well, it is neither here nor there, but the Maritime Anti-Corruption Network has chosen this path, and we have agreed to cooperate with them, and hopefully something will come out of this, because we won't fold our hands. Anywhere we feel they are not active, then we wake them up to their responsibilities. In the recent past, there have been lots of seminar, workshop, discussions, and we have always been getting something out of it. It's not just enough, and I think we are going to get better.
So what are those issues you want them to quickly get hands on?
The extortion, the illegality of the ETO and TTP, the excessiveness of agencies of government, which includes the Nigerian Ports Authority, the Nigerian Police, and all of them that has cumulated into hardship on the business environment of the port corridor. And in addition to that, the insecurity, illegal activities of the so-called touts and area boys on the road who camouflage under union and perpetuate a lot of illegalities. Now we are all going to work together. It's going to be a synergy between us, the clearing and forwarding agent, the freight forwarders, the clearing and forwarding agents, the Nigerian Custom, Nigerian Shippers Council, and everybody wants to come together this time to address the problem. Because we are talking as truck owners, and the moment our business is disturbed, the cargo on it is also affected, and it belongs to an importer, it belongs to an association, maybe Manufacturer Association of Nigeria, and maybe an agricultural producer, all those things. So everybody must come together so that we find a way of resolving all these problems.
Yeah, I mean, it's quite robust, must be said. But I mean, what are your expectations? Do you see this whole thing becoming a thing of the past? If you want to give timeline, how soon do you think this can really simmer down?
Well, with all these initiatives, I think things will take its shape very soon, because our agitation as truck owner is not limited to our interest. Our interest is about ease of doing business, but mine, let all Nigerians know that anything that happens in the line, in the logistics chain, it will come back to the price of commodity in the market. Exactly. So when we are complaining about these irregularities, we are talking about ways of ensuring that we are able to reduce the cost of products or commodities in the market for final consumers. Otherwise, if the cost of transportation is high and it is difficult to get goods from the ports to the warehouses of the owners, the cost of the commodities outside will be high. So if we are agitating and we are speaking against illegalities, we are also working in the interest of the entire nation. And our members, we are the only sector, the transport sector is the only sector that employs all categories of people. Educated, not educated, trained, untrained, we employ them. If we don't sustain this relationship, or if we lose these categories of people, then crime rate will increase. And this is what we are guiding against. Our drivers are now frustrated into thinking, yes, these hoodlums on the road that are extorting them and making money on daily basis
and most of them
seem to be better.
Joining
they are considering joining the collection, and they do the collection during the day. They become armed robbers at night. They become traffic robbers at night, and all sorts of things. So we want the entire nation, we want everybody to see that this transport industry should be given adequate attention so that we don't lose our members into the unemployment league. Apart from increasing unemployment, the crime rate will increase and the cost of commodity in the market increases. And these are what we are trying to fight against, and we have been challenging every agency of government to come together with us so that we're able to achieve results on this.
Well, I must say that it looks like this is even more cumbersome than we think. But finally, before I let you go, let's talk about Eto for a bit. I mean, you were quoted to say that you do everything it takes to recover, I think, about 4.2 billion naira collected by Eto for the what's it called again, electronic call-up system and all of that. Now, no doubt, a lot of people have, even MP has admitted the failure of Eto. But what's the true situation? Are people still paying for Eto as it stands?
That is what we have just. That is what we have been saying. A group of people introduced this electronic call-up system to the Nigerian Ports Authority. We even demonstrated it before the Shippers Council and before the Lagos State government, that we are going to provide this service for free. They didn't buy into that, they didn't get the business aspect of it, but the Nigerian Port Authority came up with Truck Transit Park Limited, whose own platform is Eto, and Eto is charging us very high. As we speak, Eto, it is a fact. There are facts and figures. There is a booking on export that is reading 2.3 million, and the minimum charge on export truck is 22,000. This is amounting to about 46 billion naira. I didn't say 4.6, I'm correcting you. It is about 46 billion naira that Eto has generated, collected from our people forcefully, because without it you can't do business. Without it you can't do business. I don't know where this law is coming from, where we have to use the road only if we have paid to a company. Without that, we cannot achieve anything. What they have collected from us in the name is well over 40 billion. And we will do everything within within the confines of the law to ensure that we recover all this illegal collection.
You know, some people say let bygone be bygone. In the process of recovery, we don't know how long that will take.
It doesn't matter. Let us test the law. We have lost. We have paid the money. It is in somebody's purse. As long as it takes, if the law pronounces that they have to produce the money, then they will be the one at the receiving end.
Wow, that's a lot. Thank you so much. I wish there's more time in the program to look at some of the issue, but I hope that you oblige us sometime soon again to, really look at some of the issues as it borders the ease of doing business in the port.
It's okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, we've been speaking with the president of Council of Maritime Transport Unions and Association, COMTUA. At this point, to take a very quick break, we'll be back with the rest of the program. Don't go away. What an in-depth conversation that was. I must tell you that these truck owners, not just truck owners, there have been lots of complaints within the corridors of the port about extortions. We hope that this convention, especially as it concerns the Maritime Anti-Corruption Network and Convention on Business Integrity in collaboration with major stakeholders of the port, would really see an end to some of this corruption in the nation's port. Now, with that as a wrap on the program, I must say special thank you to all those that have been sending us message on our WhatsApp numbers. Please keep those messages coming, makes us feel real good. Now, don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms currently displaying on your screen right now. Now, you can also go to YouTube, it's Nigeria Maritime TV, and subscribe to our channel to be ahead in the happenings in the maritime sector. If you're involved in any import, export, any business that has to do with importation, exportation, you should subscribe to the channel so you can be on top of the news. My name is Brownson, Unwana. Thank you so much for watching. Until we meet again next week, please stay safe.